we're just gonna be hanging out. Honestly, I haven't started the new season yet, so this is gonna be my first attempt at getting back up to Master Ball, because I have not yet done that. And 1 second while I just update something. Hey! Actually gonna give it a shot. New season has started. Please check your rank, as ranks have been changed due to the season change. I did make it to Master Ball tier last time around, but just barely. Once I made it with 2 days to spare, I kind of stopped laddering, so I stopped there at 11,490. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and dive in here. Season 7. Can't believe it's already been 7 seasons of VGC this year. I think that's kind of crazy. When we think back to like no, not that. Make sure I get the right team. There we go. We think about like how it hasn't really been that much time, it feels like, since the game's released, but we've already had so many iterations and rule sets and new Gigantamax Pokemon becoming legal. It's been fun to kind of have this dynamic of a VGC season. This is my first overall VGC season, VGC 2020, so I can't really speak to past seasons in terms of the rate of how quickly things changed. So I don't know. I know in other, like 2019, they had the Ultra series and the Sun series and the Moon series. So they were able to kind of change up the metagame by allowing new Pokemon that way. I know it's been done to a lesser degree here, with just adding in kind of some of the new Gigantamax Pokemon as they became more available. So we're going to be searching here for an opponent down in Great Ball 9. Hopefully we can find somebody. There we go. Alright, good luck, Daniel. Or Danielle. Alright. So one of the fun things is I haven't played against any of the the hidden ability starters yet, so what I see here is I see a Cinderace that's probably wants to max. He's got a Lightning Rod Raichu, likely to divert away attacks from Primarina or from a Cinderace after a max Airstream. We got Mimikyu there, which we gotta watch out for saying reversing our Trick Room. Dragapult, which is always a threat, and finally Rotom, Heat. So, what I'm thinking when I see this is I kind of want to go for my usual set, which, if you know anything about the way this team works, which I know 2 of our viewers right now do, in Rollercoaster and Tiki, because we all built this team together collaboratively way back at the beginning of like season 3 or 4, was that you really want to get Trick Room up. I feel confident against this team about getting Trick Room up. And then, who do I want in the back? I think Choice Band Tyranitar just does so much damage that I don't really want to pass that up, so. Yeah, we're gonna go for kind of the more standard mode of this team. The fun thing about this team is that there are 2 modes. You have a Sand Fast mode where you've got Excadrill Tyranitar, and you can outspeed a lot of things and kind of punish people if they're expecting Trick Room. Got the nice Pikachu digs right there. Alright, we got Dragapult and a Cinderace. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what they want to do. They're going to max something. But I really don't see a huge downside to just going Trick Room and Follow Me. They're going to have the fastest things in the field, and I kind of hope that I die, hoping that maybe this Cinderace is running Poison Jab for Togekiss. You never really want to be in a position where you have your Dragapult leading into Double Fairy. That's kind of an intimidating position to be in, so. But yeah, kind of as expected, we see the Cinderace go ahead and Dynamax here. With its new hidden ability Libero, it can change its type before it attacks, so every move will be Stab, and it can defensively kind of change its type, so. I'm curious what it really wants to go for here. Oh, weakness policy Cinderace. Interesting. Okay. Alright then. Max Steel Spike. Alright. We should go down to that. Which is kind of what we want here. The only issue that I'm seeing is that I don't have a means of hitting a Steel-type Cinderace very hard. This is the thing I didn't really think about. Yeah, that was a pretty incredible play there, Austin. It's not something I've seen. I like that interplay with Dragapult attacking first. He's broken my Sash at this point, so he's Steel-type. Like, part of me wants to go Tyranitar and Superpower to kind of clear that from the field before bringing Dhelmise back in, but I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go Dhelmise and let's see. I know some of these Libero Cinderaces have not been carrying a Fire Stab move, but that's a really risky bet to play because I think we just lose our Dhelmise immediately if we don't. Yeah, let's go ahead and go for just the standard play. I'm pretty much learning here at the way that Cinderace gets used. So this is a neutral hit onto it. It's +1 defense. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go for the KO into Dragapult. But that feels like the wrong move. Let's do it into Cinderace. Why not? It's a neutral hit. Okay. Rotom. So we got Rotom Heat now in that position. So a +2 Max Phantasm would have also KO'd that Rotom right there. So that would have been fun. But yeah, I don't know my calcs on Cinderace, let's be honest. I have not done a whole lot since the hidden ability starters were released on Tuesday. So we did build a hidden ability starter team with that contained the hidden ability Rillaboom and Inteleon over at ATX VGC. Over on Twitch over there. Go ahead and, you know. Okay, yeah, that's enough to pick up the KO. Alright, I'm feeling good about our positioning now. We eliminated the threat. Despite it being +1, you know, us being a +2. I'm not as familiar with Cinderace's defenses, so I don't know how bulky it is. My guess is that that's just a jolly max speed, max attack, 4 HP. But I bet Tiki could tell us a little bit more about some of the spreads that Cinderace has run. And now we're in a really, really good position. We hit super effective on 3 out of his 4 remaining mons. Let's see, how many more turns of Trick Room do we have? So I'm kind of expecting a Protect right here. We have 3 rooms of Trick Room, which is kind of perfect. I don't see a huge downside to just going for a Dazzling Gleam to try and check for any kind of protects and not waste an attack. Yeah, they all go max attack, max speed. That's what I figured. Let's go ahead and go for the Overgrowth into Primarina. With 3 turns of Trick Room, I feel okay about this. Okay, and there is no Protect coming out, so that's even better. This might be... God, that does quite a bit to Primarina. Maybe I should have gone for the Psychic. So an Overheat here will do a good chunk of damage, so I probably should have. I didn't think about that. I was running down on time, so we'll see, but I still like our positioning with Hatterene on the field and Dragapult with them having committed their max, so even if we lose, very unfortunate for my opponent. I don't think that would have KO'd. I think Dhelmise is... Like, I think people think that that's a 4 times super effective move when it's only 2 times, because you assume Dhelmise, you assume Steel and Grass, when the reality is that it's a Grass Ghost Pokemon that has the special ability that boosts Steel type, so. Alright, with 2 turns left of Trick Room. Honestly, my Tyranitar also just kind of counters that Rotom in the end, so I'm not even that concerned about it. I'm more concerned about like a Phantom Force coming out from here and burning next turn. Well, if Phantom Force comes out, then I think we can just Phantom Force ourselves. Like, he'll go after us, we'll be able to Phantom Force before he comes in, so I think taking out the Rotom here. Yeah, it's Sash, which I kind of expected. So what I assume that they're doing here is a Phantom Force. If they have it, they also, because they're that Surf Dragapult set, it might be screens of some kind. We didn't see an ally switch come out, which wouldn't have ended up too great for that Dragapult, but might have let the Rotom. Yeah, okay, this is what I was assuming. So we could have blocked that from happening, but because we are going into the final turn of Trick Room, what we can actually do is we can Phantom Force ourselves into that slot. And I want to say that that's a guaranteed win con. As long as this, yeah, we got Trick Room still up. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we have a guaranteed win con where all we have to do here is this move doesn't matter at all. There. So, yeah, because they will, well, now I just realized that they will, they'll be able to Phantom Force before I do next turn, actually. So, that was the wrong decision. But I still don't think with everything that I've got that they can avoid enough attacks. So you can go for Phantom Force right here, avoid my Phantom Force. So we're going to meet an endless loop of Phantom Force, which will be fun. So here we just dive into Gleam and we Anchor Shot. So he can't KO both, so guaranteed win con. Oh no, and that's the thing, is Dhelmise just lived that. And that's gonna be enough. Alright, so we won our first game. Yay, stream. How's it going? Looks like we got another viewer. Thanks for hanging out, coming, watching us play some VGC. We're just laddering, hanging out, having a good time on a Saturday. We're starting from Great Ball 9, because I had not yet restarted the season. But, you know, that great 1-0. So that last game really had a chance to kind of show off really the intent of the team. You've never seen the Anchor Shot animation? Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's an interesting move as well, especially if your opponent has a strategy anchored around switching a lot. So if they're trying to cycle Intimidates, you can actually trap the Pokemon there with Anchor Shot. Wait, is this the same person? No, okay. It was Daniel last time, Dennis this time. Okay, so Malamar. I hate Malamar. I hate that it gets to use Superpower and buff its stats, but it doesn't really want to lead into Double Fairy. So we do have to be wary of Duraludon here. So if they have Duraludon plus a spread move, we actually can't get up our Trick Room safely. So with that, what I'm kind of expecting is a Togekiss Duraludon lead, and we have a nice counter to that. The other thing that they could do is some Darmanitan stuff to try and take out the Togekiss to remove Follow Me. It looks like they locked in pretty quickly. So I want to lead Excadrill and Togekiss. We're gonna have Tyranitar and what's the name for that Rotom? Wash. Bringing Dhelmise outside of Trick Room is something I usually don't do. It's kind of bulky though, as evidenced by living a Phantom Force from a Dragapult. I mean, granted a non-boosted Dragapult, but still. I kind of want to go Dhelmise right here just to help with that matchup. So yeah, we're running out of time. So yeah, let's go ahead and try and show off in 2 games the 2 different modes of the team. so one thing, because we have both Tyranitar and Excadrill, we should be able to outspeed everything on their team, including a Choice Scarf Darmanitan. But yeah, let's take a peek. Okay, this is a lead that I really didn't want to see. Yeah, so what do we want to do here? I kind of like the idea of Swords Dancing, because there's, I mean, I don't think that they can knock out the Togekiss. How important is Togekiss to me winning? What's the rest of the game? I think I can get by without Togekiss if Excadrill's in a really good position. So I'm gonna go ahead and get myself in this position right here. I'm a little curious, they might Trick Room right here. I believe Malamar also gets Trick Room. And if that's the case, then I've got Delmise in the back, and I haven't committed my Dynamax yet. Okay, no, yeah, there's no superpower. I'm going for the attack and defense boost, but it's obviously not going to do a whole lot. And yep, Will-O-Wisp, not too surprising there. So there's no downside to just going for Follow Me and an attack into the Malamar. Excuse me, my voice is struggling a little bit. Yeah, so I kind of want to go Steel Spike to raise our defenses into that. And then just again, we're, you know, he can keep superpower if he wants. I don't really think that at +1 defense he's going to live a max Steel Spike from Excadrill here. And Rotom can go for Thunderbolt, or can continue to just spam Will-O-Wisp, trying to burn our Excadrill. The other nice kind of insurance for a burned Excadrill is we have Banded Tyranitar in the back, so that's still going to pack quite a punch. We're able to get our Follow Me off. Nothing they could have done to stop that. That's the fastest thing on the field. Yeah, +2 max Steel Spike into a +1 defense. Not living. Let's see, I'm curious what they bring out next. Okay, going for the Thunderbolt. That looks like it's a, yeah, it's a 2-hit KO, especially after burn and everything. So we've got to take care of that Excadrill, the Rotom before it gets a chance to burn us. I'm kind of anticipating a Darmanitan. Yeah. Okay. So this is I think taking out Darmanitan is worth the trade, unless I mean, you could have Duraludon on the back. They're really, I've got superpower to handle that. Yeah, let's go for this. Max Steel Spike into that. We're gonna go ahead and switch out into Tyranitar. So, we'll see how this works out. I'm kind of anticipating a Will-O-Wisp into Excadrill, which won't be great, but we're going to get the max Steel Spike off into the Darmanitan before it gets a chance to do anything. That thing just packs such a punch after Guerrilla Tactics that I don't want to deal with it. Yeah, and we don't have to, which is nice. So now we're +2 defense, but not that that matters a ton against a Rotom, and it looks like the rest of their team is probably going to be specially oriented. Yeah, oh, okay, we caught him off guard. Perfect. Thunderbolt, we'll take it. And we'll know exactly what their last mana is, so we can lock into our choice move effectively. So we'll be able to get one more attack off. Okay, it's Duraludon, so he's going to Dynamax the Duraludon right here. The only question is, does he max guard? Or does he have Ally Switch? He's shown Thunderbolt, Will-O-Wisp. He's not, that's the only two moves that he showed. I assume he's got Hydro Pump on there for a Max Geyser. Yeah, I mean, we might be getting played right here with that, but... Crunch. Not everything's gonna outspeed me that's left, so... let's go for Crunch into Rotom. Hey, Maggie, thanks for following. Everyone, my wonderful girlfriend Maggie just followed me here, so thanks for that. We're hanging out, we're in our second battle right now. In an interesting position here. I think if he max guards, I'm in a bit of trouble. He's able to max guard and get a Will-O-Wisp off. Oh, no max guard. So, yeah. I think it was probably AD, that's the only reason you don't max guard right there. Because I think it's obvious that you attack into that. So now we are also boosted a little bit Spadef, on the Spadef side, so that's nice. So Rotom is going to go for, you know, a Hydro Pump. Okay, he went for the Will-O-Wisp, which makes sense. So now we're back essentially at neutral attack. We were at +2, but Choice Banded Crunch is going to do a lot. Okay, and then we proc the Citrus Berry. That's okay, because another Choice Banded Crunch will KO, and I think, yeah, I think a neutral Rock Slide into Choice Banded Crunch is enough. So, feeling pretty good. Oh no. Wait, was that on my end? Did that count as a loss? Okay. Was that a rage quit? Okay. We'll go and take a look. Alright, so yeah, pretty standard Grimmsnarl set. I love the German names. Olingar. Togekiss is just Togekiss. Good selection ball. Love Ball's a little bit better, Dream Ball's a little bit better, but Pill Ball will work in a pinch. Nasty Plot Togekiss. Interesting. Is it Serene Grace Nasty Plot? Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it, but cool. Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, thanks for following the Kakatorosu. I hope I didn't just butcher that, but I really appreciate you stopping by. We were just hanging out here laddering. We're 2-0 at this point, in the process of leveling up from last season, so I was a little worried there that one was going to count as a loss. Okay, yeah, no, it counted as a win. I think we got a, might have been a frustration disconnection, which sounds like a slightly nicer way of saying rage quit. But yeah,